Warren Buffett quotes on life, money, investing, and success. Rule number 1, never lose money. Rule number 2, never forget rule number 1. Remember that the stock market is manic depressive. Price is what you pay, value what you get. Risk comes from not knowing what you're doing. Never invest in a business you can't understand. In the business world, the rear-view mirror is always clearer than the windshield. Time is the friend of the wonderful company, the enemy of the mediocre. The 3 most important words in investing are margin of safety. If a business does well, the stock eventually follows. Only buy something you'd be perfectly happy to hold if the market shut down for 10 years. Our favorite holding period is forever. Don't take yearly results too seriously. Instead, focus on 4 or 5 year averages. The business schools reward difficult, complex behavior more than simple behavior, but simple behavior is more effective. There seems to be some perverse human characteristic that likes to make easy things difficult. The stock market is a non-called strike game. You don't have to swing at everything. You can wait for your pitch. You don't have to be a rocket scientist. Investing is not a game where the guy with the 160 IQ beats the guy with the 130 IQ. What counts for most people in investing versus saving is not how much they know, but rather how realistically they define what they don't know. Forecasts may tell you a great deal about the forecaster. They tell you nothing about the future. It is better to have a partial interest in the Hope Diamond than to own all of a rhinestone. Diversification is protection against ignorance. It makes little sense if you know what you're doing. What we learn from history is that people don't learn from history. Money is not everything. Make sure you earn a lot before speaking such nonsense. Only when the tide goes out do you discover who's been swimming naked. Predicting rain does not count. Building the ark does. Invest in companies you believe in. The best chance to deploy capital is when things are going down. It takes 20 years to build a reputation and 5 minutes to ruin it. If you think about that, you'll do things differently. Lose money for the firm, and I'll be understanding. Lose a shred of reputation for the firm, and I'll be ruthless. If you get to my age in life and nobody thinks well of you, I don't care how big your bank account is. Your life is a disaster. I always knew I was going to be rich. I don't think I ever doubted it for a minute. You only have to do very few things right in life, so long as you don't do too many things wrong. Honesty is a very expensive gift. Don't expect it from cheap people. Wall Street is the only place that people ride to in a Rolls Royce to get advice from those who take the subway. When trillions of dollars are managed by Wall Streeters charging high fees, it will usually be the managers who reap outsized profits, not the clients. Someone's sitting in the shade today because someone planted a tree a long time ago. If you are the luckiest 1% of humanity, you owe it to the rest of humanity to think about the other 99%. If you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you'll work until you die. Never spend your money before you have it. I don't look to jump over 7-foot bars. I look around for 1-foot bars that I can step over. When you combine ignorance and leverage, you get some pretty interesting results. Look at market fluctuations as your friend, rather than your enemy. Profit from folly, rather than participate in it. The investor of today does not profit from yesterday's growth. It's far better to buy a wonderful company at a fair price than a fair company at a wonderful price. Most people get interested in stocks when everyone else is. The time to get interested is when no one else is. You can't buy what is popular and do well. Beware of the geeks bearing formulas. Don't do a deal with someone you don't trust. The difference between successful people and really successful people is that really successful people say no to almost everything. Risk is a part of God's game, alike for men and nations. Today, people who hold cash equivalents feel comfortable. They should not. They have opted for a terrible long-term asset, one that pays virtually nothing and is certain to depreciate in value. The important thing is to know what you know and know what you don't know. You cannot make a good deal with a bad person. Tell me who your heroes are, and I'll tell you how you'll turn out to be. Your best investment is yourself. There is nothing that compares to it. It's better to hang out with people better than you. Pick out associates whose behavior is better than yours, and you'll drift in that direction. Games are won by players who focus on the playing field, not by those whose eyes are glued to the scoreboard. Life is like a snowball. The important thing is finding wet snow and a really long hill. If past history was all that is needed to play the game of money, the richest people would be librarians. Opportunities come infrequently. When it rains gold, put out the bucket, not the thimble. Be fearful when others are greedy, and greedy only when others are fearful. The most important thing to do if you find yourself in a hole is to stop digging. What the wise do in the beginning, fools do in the end.